Hey everyone, welcome back to my nightmare! This is the garage where we have our Lego collection temporarily stowed away, and it's one giant mess. Fortunately enough for us that the Lego room will be done relatively soon, and if you're watching this video a few days later, then you know the Lego room is already done. But what we're going to be doing today is essentially preparing ourselves for the transition to the Lego room. And what I mean by that is, well, I want to have all my parts and stuff sorted so that we can build mocks. Things like SIG towers or factories or hospitals and other mocks like houses and all those different types of things. So what we're going to be doing today is sorting pieces. You can see this is my silly heads, and I've actually started putting pieces inside, just sort of bulk pieces, and we're going to be doing that throughout this video as well. And this is my unsorted Lego right here. So essentially we're going to be sorting all of that Lego. And I'm actually doing this during a live stream, but I figured, hey, if I'm sorting all this Lego for what I'm going to call an 8-hour live stream challenge of sorting Lego, unsorted stuff like that, and unsorted stuff like this. So guys, we're sorting that. We may as well do a time lapse of it because it might be pretty cool. So I'm going to get ready to do this thing here, get our containers all ready. You can see everything is a mess. Move the Bricksie sign so we can access these containers and essentially sort Lego all day in this freezing cold garage. Look, it's my heater right on my keyboard to make sure that I stay warm while I'm working. And I'm for sure going to have that heater going in this dreaded garage as we sort as well. So let's get ready to sort. Woohoo! Really exciting. Okay, so I've got my gigantic hoard of essentially unsorted Lego ready to go right there. I've got my silly heads ready to go. I've got my Mastercraft containers ready to go. And I also have all my other sorting bins ready to go. I've got a lot of different pick-a-brick cups right here on this table that we'll use as like a little swamping table. And then of course we'll be sorting on the computer desk right there. And we're going to sort for 8 hours. Let's see where we get. Let's see how it looks after 8 hours. It's the 8-hour sorting challenge. that was a long sort. We've now finished our 8 hours of sorting. So that little time lapse that you saw there with the funky music was 8 hours of sorting, which is crazy. You know, at first I started sorting really fast. I was really efficient at it, but then as it goes on into hour about 6, you know, 5, 6, 7, you slow down a little bit and you're not as efficient. And obviously, when there's a huge mountain of parts there, it's easier to sort because I sort by part type or by color, and it's easier to find all the same part types when there's a lot of them there. But then as you start thinning them out, it becomes harder and harder. And then when you're left with the small amount that you saw at the end there, it's just a little more challenging to find what you were looking for. But I want to show you what we've sorted all of those Lego parts into and how I sorted them as well. So essentially this is what's remaining. This is my bin of mystery, my bin of unsorted pieces. Plus there's still the bin over there behind the Bricksie sign, but those are the stuff like from when I was a kid. So I could combine both those bins and we'd have one big giant tub of unsorted stuff. A lot more to sort yet. Oh, probably at least I'd say another 16 hours to get everything sorted the way I want it. But we'll probably do it here on my YouTube channel in the near future. So these are what I call my wall builders. Okay, so when I'm sorting in bulk, I just sort it by part type, and these are my wall builders. They're all colors in there, all sizes. So like 1x16, 1x4, 1x3, anything larger than a 1x2. Now what I have to do is essentially go through this and sort this by color. But once I have it sort of like this, it's very easy to sort this by color. You know, you just grab all the white, throw it into a bag or into a bin, etc. And I do the same thing with my slopes here. Now these are slopes, both regular slopes and inverted slopes. And what we could do is go through them and sort them by inverted and regular slopes, and then once again sort them by color. But that's going to be a lot faster to do now that I have all the slopes in one spot. And these are all in the silly heads, of course. Here's all my dark bluish gray brick builders, all of my white brick builders, all of my odd shaped light bluish gray plates, and then all of my yellow wall builders. I have a lot of yellow wall builders. There's 3 different shades of yellow in here. And then all of my 1x2 wall builders. Once again, I could go through those and sort them all by color. And then for some reason I have Duplo. I decided to put them in one of the silly heads, and they'll be on the bottom of the stack when we move to the Lego room. These are all the lids. Of course, the lids will just go in there and they'll stack on top of one another, and it's going to be brilliant. So that's what I've decided to put into the silly heads. Over here we have all of the stuff for the wall. These are all brick builders. So 2x bricks, you got 2x4s, 2x6 or larger, 2x2, 2x3, and they're in the large Ziploc bags. Down here we have all our MERPs and burps and essentially cliff edge builders. Then this is a big bag of 1x1 bricks. This is all our brown wall builders. So for example, what I'll have to do is go through this, pull out all the brown and put it into that bag. But when I was going through it, it's much easier just to grab them by part type, I find, and then later do it by color. Here we have more, these are all inverted slopes. So I guess when I go through and I sort all those slopes, I'll have to refine it more thoroughly. This is all 6x6 glass panels for the mock that we're going to be building. There's our light bluish gray wall builders, dark bluish gray slopes. We'll have to use those for when we build cliff edges and whatnot. Then we got minifigures for the city. Now keep in mind there's a lot more parts here than there normally would be because the city isn't constructed. Right here we got stuff for the beach. This is sand plates of all sizes. Then we have more dark bluish gray wall builders. This is for like the Sig Fig high rise, also the Avengers Tower and the hospital. These are all the parts that we need from that. It's a recent Bricklink order that arrived. Got all our plates in here, which is crazy. Our road plates, all our sand plates, huge stack of pick-a-brick cups that just fell over there. Then we got all our miniature parts in here. We will better utilize these in the near future. And then some large plates and stuff. Once again, we're gonna have to go through this and sort this by color and plate size eventually. This is all of our train trusses, our girders, all sorts of windows and panels and stuff. An open bin, so that's huge, that's awesome. Then all this stuff is sorted by color. It's still a heck of a mess. I still need to do what what I call refining. So eventually it'll be like white miscellaneous parts, white wall builders, and white plates. But right now it's just a big horde. I have to go through and refine them. You got bins like Technic, light bluish gray, and eventually I'd like to get this all fixed up, you know? Orange, brown, pinks and purples and stuff like that, green. I'd like to get this all refined, so this one's probably the best definition of that. So you got your random pieces, then you have your smaller plates, then I believe this is like larger plates, and then our wall builders are in a bag or in a silly head. And then up here we have more stuff, right? Circulars, 1x2s, snot bricks, vents, tiles. They're all in a hodgepodge. I gotta fix this when we move into the Lego room. But there's all our tiles, our circular tiles, sand green pieces, trans yellow pieces, bamboo bushes, all sorts of windows and panels. I have to get that all fixed up. Windows, panels, doors, L-shaped pieces, all sorts of different bins and all sorts of different ways of sorting Lego, which will be further refined when we move into the Lego room. There's all the minifigures that we pulled out of the stacks today. Then we have 1x1 studs, 1x1 circular studs, cylinders, cheese wedges, all that. So a huge success today. We got a lot of bricks sorted. Now when we move to the Lego room, everything's gonna look fresh. We're going to have a few days of setting it up and then probably 16 more hours of sorting. And then everything will be sorted and everything will be refined and look good as well. We're gonna get all the brick builders and all the other plates and everything organized by color and size. But we've got a good start, which is awesome. Had a lot of fun sorting with you guys today. If you didn't check that out, make sure to check out my next live streams. Remember to like and subscribe and stay tuned for some more great stuff coming out in the near future. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.